Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's OpenONU Go call. Thanks for joining. As usual, the call is recorded and public, so please be mindful of whatever you share within this meeting. Let me start off with some very good news. So there's been a lot of progress since last we met, and both the AT&T and Deutsche Telekom workflows do actually work on VBSIM, and that is great news. So we have seen, we have included in the tests that run for every patch, thanks to Torsten, the Deutsche Telekom and AT&T sanity test that we run on every patch of every OpenONT adapter, OpenONU adapter, Volta Core tests, which is great. And if we go in Gerrit and look at one of the patches, for the OpenONU Go, we can now see that we run more tests than before. So if you take a look at, for example, this one that we just merged, and you check the sanity tests. In the sanity test, I hope this is recent enough. But you're actually going to see there were new state tests that Torsten put in, but also down here, the Deutsche Telekom ones and the AT&T ones. So the next step is actually to include the Turk Telecom workflows, but for that we still need some implementation that Odzge is working on. Any questions on this?
Yeah, Andrea, we have to admit, you already know this. I posted it in Slack that AT&T, there's some work in the back office to do, because this issue that we have to remove the default ARPOL workflow, and also to remove the gemport and the TCON before we can create the real flows. So in regarding the OMSI communication, there's something to do, something left to do. And that's why I don't think that the hardware test for the AT&T is not yet possible. Or it could be that it fails. For Deutsche Telekom, I'm more optimistic. So probably when we go in the direction of hardware tests, then I would propose to do it in the direction of the Deutsche Telekom workflow.
Yes. So when you say that the AT&T workflow needs implementation of the suggestion that Girish had for the EPOB flow, is that what we discussed of using the default tech profile for?
Yeah, that was the issue, that the whole procedure that for the creation of the flows, first the old flows has to be removed, and also the gemport and the TCON.
Yeah.
And then the new flows are created. So because the stories are not finished, as you see in the epic, there might be an issue with AT&T regarding regarding packet test.
Okay, but the behavior of the OpenONU in Python is to actually remove everything and then reinstall, right?
Yeah. But the problem is that there's some coding open there. If you have a look into our epic, you will find stories which are not finished yet for removal of flows.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, I thought I made it clear in the Slack, but now it's clear, hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm currently working on this issue.
Okay. Fine.
That's why I proposed to first go ahead with DT workflow.
Yeah, the flow actually missing. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it does actually pass the VBSIM test. Most likely what's actually happening is that you have another flow in there left in VBSim that we don't remove it if the flow removal is partially missing, as you were saying. But it's okay, I guess.
It could. I don't want to exclude that it could work, but I would not guarantee for it.
Yeah, okay, it's fine. I mean, we have seen it working, which is good.
But not in the hardware, right?
Not on hardware, not on hardware.
Yeah.
Just on VBSim. But on hardware, we don't have anything. I'm gonna come to the hardware testing in a little bit on how we deal that. Before we go there, I actually have another piece of very good news. Is that today I did a job for the Deutsche Telekom target of two OLTs with 512 ONUs each, and the system with the OpenONU Go adapter actually works with one instance very fast. In 2 minutes and 45 seconds, we provision all of the 1,000 subscribers with just one instance. And this one instance is actually faster than the 8 instances of the Python version that you guys can see here. So if you look at the average time that it takes to provision the 1,000 subscribers here, it's almost double what we have. Well, not double, but a minute longer than what we have here for the same. And we use 1,000 subscribers here and 1,000 subscribers here, but this is just one adapter and this is 8. So
sounds good. Yeah.
Which is great, which is amazing. It's very good.
Have you tested up to OMSI flows pushed, or how far have you?
This is the full subscriber provisioning of Deutsche Telekom. So if you take a look at this one, for example, the robot results, what it does is that it creates and enables the device. This is not in order. Sorry, let me just do it. You can do it in the logs. So it creates and enables the devices. It activates the ONUs. It does the port discovery. Then it validates that there are some flows in the OLT before. This is just BBSim related. Then it provisions the subscribers. And then it validates all the flows after subscriber provisioning.
Have you also checked all the reasons of the ONUs?
I think let me see. No, we don't. We don't.
Probably that would be also worth testing.
Yeah. So the interesting thing is that this is the scale test, and I mean, we don't go down to the level of checking the things here. So let me just mute my Slack. Otherwise, okay. So I was saying we don't really check the things in here because this is a scale test. That check is done in the sanity test that I was showing before. That reason flow or MCI flow pushed is done in there and will be done on hardware.
Yeah.
In here we just
so very good results. I'm happy with it. But I would be much calmer than when I would know that all the OMSI reasons, all the ONU reasons came also to OMSI flows push, because we have still this issue with sometimes some messages get lost in the system, you know.
Okay, it's an interesting point. Okay, that's a valid point to test. Maybe we can add a very small reason check within the scale jobs.
There's also no log with the device list, right? During this test.
What the log of device list? No, I don't think so. I don't think we. We do collect some stuff. I need to check if we actually do collect there is. So here you can actually see some build artifacts. maybe we can actually see here. You go into the Volta devices list. That's an interesting one.
Ah,
There you go.
that's what I meant. That's
Yeah.
what I meant. Exactly.
There
That
you
looks good.
Yeah, very good. Yes.
Now I'm happy.
Yeah, for the scale test, you might want to use the validate ONU devices keyword, but make a derivative of it. So, because I think it does wait until it passes, but once a device, ONU device gets to the flows push state, it'd be nice if it was taken out of the list so that you converge faster.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes.
Yeah, it sort of checks what you showed in that log, but I think the normal process of a lot of the sanity checks is just to say, do it until the keyword passes. It'd be nice if there was like a do it smarter till it passes.
Yeah.
Because with 1,000-volt kettle calls, that can give some false, it'll inflate the time.
Oh, but that we are not calling ball cuttle for that reason. What this is at the end of the test. So at the end of the test, what it does is that it just captures it.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And I think in Thorsten's test case is checking for all the reasons, and when all the reasons are in the desired state, then the bring up is finished. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. So, but again, in scale, we are, or as Chip was pointing out, we're trying to get to be as fast as not introduce any artifact that slows the test down and points maybe to a failure or a slower speed just because we're actually looking at the system in a certain way. So we just do the whole thing, push all the subscribers, wait until they come up, and then check all the states. So,
yeah, I see.
Yeah,
you mean this list, you don't slow the processing down by issuing the list command, right?
Exactly. That is at the end. It's done at the end. So I think it's good.
Yeah, there's nobody was left behind, or everything's open.
I mean, you could grab for it if you want. We could use some other checks.
Okay.
So there's a few things that I actually want to do here. I want to introduce the AT&T scale, but after the flow removal is done. And the other thing that I wanted to do is I actually want to see how far we can go. When I say how far we can go is maybe throw in, instead of 512 per OLT, we can do 1,000 per OLT. That's a possibility. So that's another thing that I want to do. But this is very good news. I mean, with one adapter, no problems of replication and things like that. We just go for it. So it's really good.
Sounds good, I think.
Okay.
One thing to add here for the AT&T scale, also deletion of gem ports and T-cont has to be finished.
Okay.
This also because also the ports are, or what is a new behavior which is Girish suggested? Is it then also deleted, the gem port and the T-cont?
There was a message on Slack from him.
I have seen it. He wanted to. I think he wanted to avoid to use the same tech profile again, right? It was
exactly. So let me just.
But that means that the procedure itself would not change, right?
No, the procedure itself of removal will not change. You still have to remove, but I think that using a different tech profile might do some good. There, okay. I posted it here just for reference, so we don't lose it within the Slack realm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so that's a suggestion, and I think it's fine. And whenever you have it, it's okay. There's no real rush. Just work on the flow removal part with the ports and everything. So just go ahead with the ticket and get it forward, and then we can start testing it at both at scale and with the physical hardware. In regards to the physical hardware, so I was planning. I need to talk to Suchitra, but what I was planning to do is to have the Berlin pod with a new job. That what it does is that it basically runs the first set of tests that we do, which are the functional tests. So if you go here, let's take, for example, the DT one, 1T8 gem. What I was planning to run for now is the first set of tests, so the functional tests. Which are mainly add, provision subscriber, remove subscriber, things like that. It's a sanity test that does full bring up of the pod. There's a delete of the subscriber and add it back. Disable and enable ONU, disable and enable OLT. This should not change. Disable and enable OLT should not change again. Delete and re-add OLT, disable ONU and then delete the OLT, and disable and enable the PON port. These are I guess the subset that we can run. We can take some of those out if you don't feel confident, but
you know regarding the delete issue, no? That we have this flow remove issue.
Okay.
But what would be interesting, straightforward creation and then traffic.
Yeah, that is basically this one. So what you're suggesting is to run just the sanity end-to-end test.
I would say so, yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. I think we can do that. That's really no big deal.
But let's see who's faster than I. We have also started some tests today, but I can tell you later.
Okay. For now, we don't run other tests. That's fine. I have not yet merged dispatches. I need to talk to Suchitra, and we need to figure out exactly how to run just that sanity test. I'm no a terrible expert in robots, so we'll make sure to get it done. We need to release 2.5 today, and this is probably going to happen start of next week. So, still good.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you have any update on the testing that you are doing, I noticed that you guys added a patch in here for adding more devices.
The second.
Yes, this one.
So but it was simply because actually there were some ONU types missing because we haven't seen what you have had introducing the last months, and actually the last one, the ADTN, this is Atran ONU type that was missing. That I added it because actually originally I said that we can only start with our hardware test beginning of next week, but now there was an opportunity to start already today. And we had, I had a session with our Atran test guys, and we were able to install the OpenONU Go adapter at the Atran A4 pod. But the problem was that we don't came up with the adapter fully because I realized that our adapter OLT adapter topic is still hard coded, so we don't get it from the Helm charts, and the adapter name on the Atran pod is different. OLT adapter has a topic name Atran OLT. So I made a story today and just working on it to make this the OLT adapter name configurable. I think that must have been introduced into the Python adapter the last month or so, but we didn't sort.
That's fine. That's why you have the tests.
Yeah, that's the next. When this is ready, we will continue this session tomorrow.
And so you're going to deploy the whole stack with your OLT adapter and the OpenONU Go.
Yes.
And you're going to just try the traffic.
Yeah, that is exactly the setup of Atran, the A4 setup. It runs a little bit different from ONF scenario, but regarding Volta bring up and so on, but it should work. And we are planning to make a real hardware test. Hope that we can start tomorrow with a real hardware test.
And quick question is this is known to be working with the Python version? Yeah.
They are working with the Python version. They made also a patch in the Python version to add the Atran ONU vendor ID, and actually that could be also merged into ONF, couldn't it, for the Python, or is it not?
Yeah, for sure. Is it not?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not yet for the Python one, not.
Oh, it's not uploaded?
No, I think they made a private patch there, but I could should I encourage them to upload it? I think so.
Yes, please do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that was working, and now the goal is to have it also with the Go version. But you have to notice that we never traced the OMSI communication until now. No? So when we have some issues, then we will also have a real OMSI communication review. But probably it works. We hope. We cross the fingers. We will see.
Everybody, I do too. I mean, we need to do it, and it's just another step. And if it fails, we fix it. It's
yeah. And we also have the opportunity or the possibility to trace via Wireshark at the OLT the OMCI communication. So we are confident that we can go further when we find any errors there.
Okay, sounds good. Great. Any questions on the testing and all of what we discussed up until now, either testing at ONF, testing at Atran? And this is, I forgot to ask, this is DT 1T contate gem, right?
Yeah, it's DT.
Yeah, because I was planning to run the same here.
I'm currently not sure about the HM, but actually it is a standard configuration, right? Currently for the DT. So the HM,
yeah, it's
HM ports.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any questions, guys? Okay, great. That's good. The remaining, okay, so I know we have worked on the adapter restart, and that is currently already merged, if I'm not mistaken. So we are capable of handling Kubernetes pod restarts, right?
Yeah, the code is complete, but regarding traffic, that will be then one of the next tests. When the straightforward test or hardware test is running, then also the restart or the killing of the OpenONU adapter and restarting and check if the traffic is running afterwards should be one of the next tests then.
Yeah, that we have in ONF. So I think maybe possibly. I need to check this. So I think we do have the OpenOLT restart, but we might not have the ONU restart adapter. So
I've checked for the Python version, killed it, and it only came up until initial bit downloaded. So
okay.
There was this flow processing.
It doesn't really,
and,
doesn't really work.
But probably I don't know if probably you made a complete restart. Probably what I did was, or what we did was the killing of the application with to simulate some kind of error, some kind of crash of the application. That's why the test case of Thorsten contains this kill command.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Perfect. That we can go forward on there. Okay. Odsger, do you have any update on the work that you're doing regarding the multicast stuff?
I started coding for multicast service. I need to work on it, and I hope I will send a patch about it soon.
Okay. Any issues that you're encountering?
No.
Okay. Because I think that is the missing, well, I could say missing step for introducing the Turk Telecom workflow in the test that we are running.
I'm listening.
And so that is the only I guess the only piece that that's missing. As soon as we have that, we can do the sanity for Turk Telecom too.
Well, maybe we can start without multicast, right? It is possible, I think.
We could do that. Let me see if we have that option to configure it. Let me.
You'll probably just need to remove the multicast or IPTV service from the technology profile, and I think you'll be good to go.
No, sorry.
Not the voice over IP. Yes, VOD or IPTV. I don't know how it is named.
It is the same for us. Actually, one technology profile, and it includes VOD and multicast together.
Okay. Yeah, what I also need to do is I also need to make sure that we don't test it, meaning that the test excludes the multicast stuff. I need to talk to Suchitra about it, but it's fine. I think we can do it.
Okay.
And I can include it into the patch set, and maybe I could include it also at scale. I need to talk to Theo if we can do that too. But it's we'll probably have the same issue of the removal. Or maybe at scale it doesn't, because we don't do any removal at scale for Turk Telecom. So we could introduce it at scale. Okay. The AT&T is the only one that does removal at scale because of the starting equal flow. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let me investigate this. I'll do some checking within internal at ONF, and I can and see if we can immediately include this.
The main difference would be the Turk Telecom workflow needs multiple T-cons and multiple gems. So it differs from the other workflows. So we will be able to see if anything wrong in the OpenONU Go adapter.
Yes, indeed. Holger, do you foresee anything happening there?
Now, currently, we had only this test with one tcont, one gem, 4 gem, and 8 gem, and not multiple tcont yet. So it's simply not tested yet, I think.
Okay.
Also, I am not sure if BBSIM, so BBSIM doesn't take care of the multiple tcons, I guess. So for BBSIM, it doesn't make any difference, but I don't know if it makes any difference for the OpenONU adapter.
I see. No.
Do you run any hardware tests with the Go adapter?
No, we don't. That's what we were planning to put in. It's just that our pods have already a lot of tests within ONF, so I need to squeeze it in. And I need to do it when I know it's passing, because having a test that continuously fails, I mean, expecting it to pass and seeing it fail, it's okay. But knowing it will fail already and putting it in, it's worthless. So we know that the Deutsche Telekom probably works, so we're going to start with that one. And then, because at least I've seen it working in the scale, and we can try that one. And then as soon as we put the scale, the one in the third telecom and AT&T one at scale 2, then we can move it into the hardware. I've seen AT&T work at Sanity in the patch, as I've shown before. I'll probably, Thorsten, we can work together and add the Turk Telecom one, if you're okay with that, the same as you did for the AT&T and DT. Maybe I'm just gonna tag you here.
I'm just curious about the not the automated test, but did you make any manual testing with the hardware?
No, I have not.
We are just about to start with it. Today I had my first attempt.
Okay, great news.
Yeah, and I'll talk to Suchitra today about adding. I have patches to add this. I just need to make sure how we run just the sanity test. That is something that I need to discuss with Suchitra.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Just one more question. So I was checking the scale test measurements, and in some of the tests, I see very dramatic decrease in the test run times. So, for example, for AT&T workflow, it was 11 minutes 2 days ago, and now it is 3 minutes. Is there any change for this dramatic change, or?
Well, so I don't know if this is exactly the place where we need to discuss this.
Yes.
But so let's pick one. Take this one. There are if you're looking at master is not really the place to look for now, because we're testing very many things. Given what I would suggest is to look at these three, which is a 2.5. And these were a few failures, but then we fixed a few things, and this is what happens. So you get an average 3 minutes is pretty good. I don't know why this one is 5 minutes. To be honest, if it's passing, we're not giving it too much thought. I have to be blatantly honest with everybody. We're focusing on the ones that don't.
These 11 minutes are failures, not the actual. Okay, I see.
No. The 11 minutes, it's considered to be a failure because we abort after 11 minutes. It's aborted, you see aborted, and it's considered to be a failure here too. It's look at this one. It's considered to be gray or yellow. Yellow is aborted. Whatever it's not blue, it's not good.
Okay, sorry for hijacking.
No, it's fine. No problem. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'll investigate to myself and Torsten about introducing the TT sanity test in the pipeline, and I'm going to investigate there. Regarding the 8x8 bug, I have not worked on it, nor have I tried to reproduce it. Do you still see it, Holger?
Now, actually, you already made this very big scale test. The assumption was that only appears on slow machines, right? That was an assumption, but trying it on the fast cluster PCs, probably we don't see this issue. So
yeah. So my guess was that we see this only on slow machines. It is still worth probably investigating, but I guess it's low priority.
But you at the beginning of the meeting, you showed us that these 512 ONUs came up successfully. So actually, if it still persists also on fast machines, then we should have seen it there also.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. I think it's fine. I think it's low priority. If it happens on slow machines, it's okay.
Mm-hmm. I think we can leave it open and see if we still see it.
Yeah, exactly.
During our test.
Yeah, that would be my choice, especially at scale. I don't think we have any issues, and this is going to run fairly often. This runs every, I don't know, a couple of hours or something like that. Matteo knows by heart, but whenever this runs, it's going to show up here, and you see it here. And if it fails, we can investigate why it failed. So pretty good. Okay, good. I don't have any other topic for today. Do you guys have anything else to discuss?
Torsten, will you say something regarding the new robot test suite for checking the MIP template handling?
Oh, I can say some words. I'm in the middle of the work. I tested it manually with a patch of Theo. I have some small problems with repeating the test. I put it on Slack. Maybe you saw it. But currently I'm implementing it in Robot, and I hope tomorrow morning I have the first version and will try to test it.
The scope of the test is that the first ONU came up and do all the MIP upload handling, and then during this course, all the data are stored dynamically into the etcd KV store, and the next ONU, which comes up of the same type and same software version, will reuse the data from the etcd KV store and do not do any MIP upload cycle. So that means we don't really need the MIP template file anymore, because all work is done by the first ONU coming up, and then the data are available in the system.
Yep. That is the test case, and I think it's great. I saw the comments, Torsten, on Slack. I simply don't know enough to give you an answer on that, so I'm just gonna hope that Theo that Theo answers to us.
Yes, we will wait. And you can link to the story 35.
Oh, yes.
3516. Well, of course.
Good.
Oh, I have the same password.
I hope I didn't mistake it. Why is it so slow? Okay, well, what was the number? I'll
3,
4,
5,
not 3, 5.
1, 6.
Okay, perfect. I'll link it. Put it
Yes.
Andrea, you had a question some hours ago regarding testing with multiple OLTs, right?
Yep.
Thorsten, correct me if I'm wrong. We only made a single OLT test, right? With adapter currently.
Well, I can tell you that the scale that we were doing, that I was showing before, is with 2. So.
Yeah, it worked. It worked. Yeah. So it's the results came faster than and said it is okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Any other questions or comments?
No.
Great. Good. Then I'll take my action items to investigate, especially the testing. And Thorsten, maybe what we could do is that you could create a patch, as you did for AT&T and DT, to include
Yes.
telecom sanity test.
I will do it tomorrow morning. I think it's not too much.
And thing is, it might fail. So as we have done in the past, I'll let you upload the patch. I'll try it out. And if we see it fail, we keep it in order to improve it. And maybe we include it in the test with some make target that you can run to check what's failing and what not. Instead, if it's passing, we just add it as a test. Okay?
Do you write a story or shall I do?
Please do go ahead. I
Okay.
trust you can write it well enough.
Okay.
Anybody else has any questions, comments?
Nope.
Okay. Then if not, thanks everybody for joining, and I'll post the recording, and let's continue the great work, which is very amazing progress that we have done, and I look forward to having hardware test results pretty soon. Thanks everybody. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.